Okay, well, this video should be quite easy to make. All I have to do is say my opinion, and I get money. Alright, so starting off with the acute lens. Acute lens under 50% health gives 25% crit chance. I don't know if it scales like how harmed energy scales how low you are. I don't think it does that. Also gives 5% crit, I suppose. I'd say it's pretty. In fact, no, it's not bad. It's good. It would be really good in stuff like Sanguine Ring. I think actually probably B tier. B tier's pretty fair for it. And then honestly, Adrenaline Ring is like obviously like the exact same thing, but just for speed. Really, lower you are, you go faster. I would put it A tier, but Sanguine Ring exists, which is just a better version of it. If you have Sanguine Ring, there's no reason to use Adrenaline Ring. Air Powder gives 50% longer dashes. Or well, rolls. Why would you ever need this? I'm sorry, but like, in what case would you ever need this in a build? And then, ammo box, if I'm correct, it's like 35% less ammo used when using guns, or less mana used. This is gonna become redundant. I want to see what to do with it when the gun rework, maybe like more ammo for your guns, of course, but like right now it's pretty alright. I don't make too many gun builds. I'd say it's alright. Okay, so anima thing. When you put blue flames on someone, you can get stacks of speed, or like swiftness, and damage. I don't know how much. Stacks up to 5, I don't know how much that would be. But honestly, it's actually really good if you're doing a Kaifas build. It is good. It's probably one of the better Kaifas accessories. Like, Kai wraps are good and all, but like, I think I like this better. You can make better builds with it, better stack builds. Okay, so Band-Aid. Band-Aid is like, honestly pretty mid. I don't want to put F tier. It can negate, but it's really good early game for that against like Prism Troll. So actually, I think C tier is pretty valid. Like if you don't have good armor for Prism Troll, Cap Harry, it's pretty good. For any other enemy that gives bleed. Bear Clover. Bear Clover's actually really good. Like, people don't know, but like the dexterity is basically like a lesser version of the nerd glasses, but for bows and guns. Because that A dexterity is like similar to the 20 intellect, yeah, 20 intellect. If you think about it, like, it's just gonna give you more damage depending on what you're using, and it gives 5% crit chance. And then that dexterity, I think it's rather 0.5% crit for every dexterity, which is an extra 4 crit chance, so that's 9 crit chance with this alone, and a bunch of other things. Actually really good. I'd say A tier. Underrated. Blood Chalice. Blood Chalice as well. Something alright, I guess. It's really good for tank builds. It's like probably one of the best tank build accessories that you live for basically forever. Use this in mana, cuff, and you just can't die. However, in any other build where you want to do damage, this thing it sucks. You'd never use this. Honestly, gonna make a few people mad. But Chalice is B tier. It's not that good. Now, Black Belt. Honestly, I don't think anyone's ever used this in a build, because what Black Belt does is it's like either a 10 or 20, pretty sure it's 20% chance to dodge an attack. So when you get hit, you just negate the damage. Pretty good, but like, why would you need this if you can just parry? Like, that is basically every accessory that needs you to get damaged. And like, either defends it, like if it gives you a damage buff like Sanguine Ring, then getting damaged is fine, but you don't really need this. Like, just don't get hit. That's it, C tier. Okay, Bloody Tear. Bloody Tear is a pretty good war accessory. You give your health to them. Simple. And on top of that, you actually get blood buff, which is a pretty good buff. Now, I would say this is really good, but it's for support builds. You don't need this for any other build than support builds, so same level as Blood Chalice, kill me if you want, but that's what it is. bottomless cover. This accessory actually, like, I don't mind it. If you just equip this when you're doing like a Blizzard Grapple build, I wouldn't slander you, because 75% chance to not use arrows is actually crazy, because you're using arrows like left, right and centre with any bow build, and obviously it's quite expensive to craft the special ones. I mean, I know you can have like 50k base arrows, but it's quite hard to get enough craft roll for the frost ones for like the Blizzard Grapple builds. So this accessory isn't even that bad. Too bad it's mid though, because like any other accessory, it prevents something from happening, basically you running out of arrows. But if you just have enough arrows, you can't run out. Simple. Now the brass anklet is, I can't give much an explanation because I don't really make Cod Kendo builds. I've never really used Cod Kendo build with it. But what it does is the heavy attack applies slowness with Cod Kendo, and the light attacks stun for twice as long. Now, that is honestly, on paper, quite mid. And if you think it's quite mid, it probably is quite mid. Unless it's some sort of stun build you're going to make, it's not going to be that good. That's what I'm thinking at least. I don't want to put it B tier, because some kids probably going to say it's like OP and PvP, but then some other kid's going to say just use focus. So, I mean, I guess I'm just going to have to put it B tier. Brilliant Cape, just put it C tier, man. It just gives stats. Just gives like 5 of each stat. So you don't need this. Cactus Root. Actually, like, people could use it for a really good build, like some sort of build where you soak yourself and then do whatever. I don't know how to use this accessory. Someone in the comments, you can figure out how to use this, but like, I'm not making a build with this. Just on paper, this accessory just seemed kind of bad. Like, just push yourself out of fire and people around you. However, I am aware you can put enemies, like you can put water on enemies and then use a shock build with that probably, and then do massive damage. Now that I think about it, that's actually not even that bad. I was going to put it C tier, but actually put that B tier. And Caustic Fangs, honestly. Let me think here. There's not many weapons where you could, like, if you just had, I don't know, Old Sword for example, you can't put Venom on that. Venom only works on specific swords such as Creepy Claw, or on any gun because Venom bullets. So this is only either going to be used on a ranged build with guns or on a Creepy Claw. And either one of those builds is crucial. It is really good accessory. It's 35% piercing, it's actually insane. Pretty sure that's what that is. Honestly, just for this thing being Creepy Claw, I'd say it's like top A tier. I wasn't really ordering it before, but like, just put it here. I'm tempted to put it S tier. Now, the Celestial Ring. This accessory, I don't even want to put it anywhere. It gives double jump height, and allows dashing more often. Or rolling, keeps it dashing. Why would you ever need this? Unless you're making a dodge build where you want to dodge as often as possible, you don't need this. And then on top of that, just use Slippery, and you can dodge every time you dodge. So you don't need this. F tier. Now, Challenge Medal is actually a really good accessory when it literally makes you weaker. It just ups your, like, I think drop amount, not chances. Drop amount if I'm correct. Which is really good. Like, if you're trying to like farm anything, this accessory is really good. If you're trying to do a challenge, this accessory is really good. There's just, I mean, you don't use it in any builds, but it's not like a bad accessory. It's like Mondo Ring. You use it when you use it, and when you use it, it's really good. That's it. I want to put it S tier. Yeah. For its like practicality, it goes S tier. Now, Climbing Claws is a really funny one, because when I like first played Pilgrammed, I didn't know what builds were first of all. And second of all, I always had the Climbing Claws on, because I thought they were like the only way to explore in the game. Because I didn't have a mount yet, and I couldn't jump with any mounts. So I just always had these on to move in every build. Until I realised they're horrible. You can basically get anywhere without them. You really don't need these. Like, you wait that long to get them, and then you don't use them ever again. I don't want to put them F tier, because they can be used, but they go F tier, yeah. Okay, so cloud bits. This makes you hover when you're, what, rolling? Or dashing, whatever they would call it. Yeah, yet again, another accessory where you just don't need this. And, you know what, while we're at it, cloud pen, don't even know what it does. You don't need this. Any cloud accessories, you don't need them. You don't need them in any build. I don't care what movement build you're using. There's no world where you ever need these accessories. Clouded eyeglass on the other hand, used to be really good. I've not used it much, but I knew that in the Catacombs update you could obviously stack these when they came out up to 5 and it was really OP. However now, I mean you still can spam it, however you get less mana, and if you use it more than once before that debuff wears off, then I mean you have 0 mana basically, because that recharges, like, takes forever. I'd say it has excuses. I never really use it in mana builds, but like if you're doing a really big heavy attack, or if you're using like Phoenix Staff where the heavy is like 200% extra mana, it's not that bad. I want to put it B tier. I'd say bottom of A tier. It's definitely good. Okay, back in full screen now. Didn't know it wasn't in full screen. Okay, combo glove. Combo glove. Whoever uses this accessory needs to be checked out, man. Unless it's a light melee weapon, like a dagger. You don't use combo glove, and you get that on people's thick skulls, man. You don't use this accessory unless it's a dagger or a light weapon that swings really fast, like Champ Glad. Because I see people using this on dummies and then also using like Rude, and then going, wow, look at my DPS. Yeah, your DPS is like that because you can stack combo glove and stack Rude because all the enemies. The minute you go up against Old Fart with this, you realise it's horrible against Old Fart. I mean, I guess a cat is fine if you're using a dagger, but it's not a bad accessory even after everything I just said. I'd still put it A tier. Still quite good. Okay, now Copper Gauntlet. I don't know if most people are going to agree with me here, but I'm just going to like put that there. The thing is about this is it combos with Spark Scale so well. Same with Corroded Scalpel. Have you said Scalpel? Not Scalpel, Scalp. Because this, like right now in the meta, it's basically just stats fight builds. And Copper Gauntlet, like, what's it? Electricity, lightning, whatever the effect is, shock. That's it, shock. Shock is one of the best effects in the game because of Spark Scale. And since right now the meta stats effect, it's just really good, like really damn good. Copper Ring. Copper Ring is, I don't even remember what this thing does. If I'm correct, it's something to do with, yeah, shock's at 50% longer. Or is that a different accessory? Oh, I'm pretty sure that's what it does. You don't really need this. If, like, even like the Witch Armor set, you don't need this. You don't need effects to be longer than any enemies. Because the thing about Copper Gauntlet or any weapon that applies shock, if you keep hitting the enemy, you're gonna keep applying the shock. You don't need it to last longer. So, I guess just like C tier. I'm not saying anywhere else to put it. Okay, Corroded Scalpel is an immediate S tier. Stats fit builds are really good right now, and Corroded Scalpel with any gem like Fire Gem, Frost Gem, just really good. I wouldn't really say Frost Gem, I'd say more Fire Gem, it works well with. Okay, Krill Case is 25% piercing on Fist. On paper it's really good, until you realise that it's actually pretty good. I wouldn't say it's that bad. I was going to say something bad about it, but the more I think about it, it's not that bad. Like 25% piercing is good, but you're using up on your fist accessory slots for that, when you could have like Copper Gauntlet. If it's a Kai build, then you'd have Martial Kata. It really depends here. Yeah. Just say B tier. It's pretty good. Cursed Doll, I can't really say much about because I'm not a mage main, but It's 50% of your max health is gone, or 25% either swing speed or start up, or I think it's start up, or cooldown, something like that for deaths. Which is actually really good. If you can just keep parrying, you don't need to worry about losing your health. And that nerf to your health doesn't really mean much, so honestly, hit it A tier. Pretty good. Dash bracelet is mid. It's just mid. It just makes you dash instead of roll. I don't know if this gives more iframes or not, I'm pretty sure it might. But if it doesn't, then it's just cosmetic. You're literally using a cosmetic accessory slot. F tier. Delicate Egg. I don't remember how good this used to be when it stacked, because I used to stack, but I don't remember how big the parry window was when you had all 5. I did buy 5 of them, and I don't think it even changed. I think you could use 5 of them, but it didn't change the window. That's how it felt when I used it, at least. Anyways, just really skill issue accessory, like 25% larger parry window, but you take 50% more damage. Just challenge me a little bit worse. Worst trade-off for the same effect. Just put it C tier. Demetol bullets is honestly confusing why it's in the game. So you're telling me there's an accessory which makes your bullets light people on fire when you can just put a fire gem in a gun. I know, people may say, oh, but you can use frying pan with it. Oh, but you can have charm gem and have fire bullets. I don't, in fact, never mind actually. That's a bad for combo. It's a beater. I love Draining Stick. Draining Stick's really funny because I use like both of the scrap weapons, scrap sickle and scrap longsword, which use bleed as their main damage. Like it's really good. Not damage, it's, you know what I'm trying to say. It's really good on those weapons because the 2 effects it adds, which is weakness and slowness, really help with corroded scalpel, can't say scalpel man, with corroded scalpel, with fire gem, with shock, all of that on it, insane. This thing goes in S tier. Then we're in self-explanatory, it's S tier. Like, if you can't think of what to put in a build, just put it in there. It just works. 4 extra damage, and it gets multiplied by everything. Like, come on man, just good. Duelist ring on the other hand, yeah, hold it. This thing's cool on paper, really cool on paper. Just maximum swing speed build, and boom, you won. I've done that before, where a swing speed build where you literally can't even see the weapon move, it goes that fast. And there's still windows where you can get hit by fire. Come on man, just not good. Okay, now the eggshells kinda confusing me, but 25% less damage taken, above 75% health. That knows 20 or 25, one of them. Now, this accessory looks good, right? Until you realise just, I'm pretty sure, idle solitude, it's just at but better. Like, I think it's when you're above like 20% while idle solitude, you just take 20% less damage as well. Like, it's mad. Yeah, no, it's tank build actually. 8 tank builds. Same with Elite Shield, just put it there. In fact, no. The Earth Rock Window builds need this for the damage scaling. I'll put it up. Fetid Crab Spawn is only good in fishing builds, and that is a fact. You don't need extra, it's basically the copper ring, but for venom. You don't need this, you don't need more time on it. Like, see when you're making your first build with Creepy Claw or something like that, you put this on it, think it's going to work well, when it doesn't. It doesn't have much for use, but I guess it's there. Fiery Stone doesn't have a use. End of your M1 combos, and you like fire enemy. Now, Fire Gem exists, and Freeze Flame Gauntlet exists. No use for it. However, early game, it can be used in very few builds that can combo with it well. So that's why I've put in C tier preemptively, and not just put it straight in F tier. Flameheart Amulet is I want to put it like, well up there, because it's really good on paper. But you need 2 accessories for it to work at, like, minimum. At minimum you need 2. Which pushes it down quite a lot. I'm saying all that and I'm just gonna put a B tier because it's quite mid. 25% swing speed, 25% less mana use or something like that for when you're on fire, but you use volatile oil to use this. Yeah, quite mid. Fragile Whetstone's like undisputedly really good. 5% crit chance, 10% more crit damage, really good. You can just use this on any build. Need it on crit builds basically, unless it's a stats effect crit build, and it just helps out a lot, like on basic builds that people, like if people should understand the fundamental of making builds, or the fundamentals of making builds, they tend to use this because it's quite simple. It used to have less damage on non-crits, but now that's gone, and it does less crit damage against that, but it's really good. Put it A tier. Yeah, frog leg gives more jump power. You don't really need this. Just put it F tier. Freeze Flame Gauntlet on the other hand, S tier. Useful on basically every single stats effect build. Useful in freeze builds. Useful on fire builds. I mean, I suppose that's the both of the effects in it, but I mean, what else can you ask for? Just a good accessory. Frostcone is a staple of any freeze flame builds. I forget that's what it's called. Forget, I don't really make frost builds. But it makes it after 5 stacks of freeze flame, like damage. Now it does like 175 damage to regular dummies, and then on anything else, it tickles them. So like it gets your hopes up just to do nothing. I will say, I was a bit overreacting there. It does decent damage, I guess, but like not as much as you'd think. Still good accessory though for any frost build. Now the frying pan, I want the frying pan to be good in fire builds. It's just not. it's just not good. In any situation where you need it, you just use whetstone over it. Like, I know that doesn't make sense, but okay, maybe not whetstone. But I've made, like, for example, my scrapsicle build. I don't remember what I put in that. It was one of the accessories, fucking may have been diamond ring or something. Replaced the frying pan with it. Theoretically, you're always going to have them with fire. 50% more crit chance is going to be really good. Less damage. How? It's just not as good as you think it is. But still good. Put A tier. Okay, now Glacial Belt is interesting. Any fire on you turns into Frostburn. And then, that Frostburn makes it you deal Frostburn. You attack with Frostburn. Now, that seems really cool, right? Until you realise Freeze Flame Gauntlet exists. Like, you don't need this. You really don't need this, because guess what you need to use this? Volatile Oil. It is a Flameheart Amulet, but frozen. Even though Flameheart Amulet still works with Freeze Flame, or Frostburn. Just put it in the same area. Gold Ring gives, what? 2 intellect? Why do you need this? You know what? I'm gonna go out my way. Silver Ring, put that there too. I don't care. Put them both there. Now the Gel Shield is interesting. You parry, and enemies deal 15% less damage to you. That's how it works, basically. You slime, put the slime effect on them, they deal less damage to you. You're weakening them. Now, on paper, seems alright. Until you realise it works with Corroded Scalpel. Then, you realise if you pair that with Frostburn, Fire, Shock, and I don't know, throw Bleed in there or something, you have 5 effects with Corroded Scalpel. Really good. Still, through all that, it's still B tier. It's still not as good as you think it is. Gorgon Talon is just free damage for bow builds. You jump, you deal more damage. That's it. You get knocked back, I guess, but like, you use this on every bow build. There's no reason not to. S tier. Rain balloons are our jump accessory. Basically, everything in the bottom here is either movement or they do nothing. Sums it up. I think gunpowder just makes your bullets explode, or they have more velocity, or something like that. If it just makes your bullets explode, I'm saying bullets. If it just makes your bullets explode, kinda bad. The velocity, I think velocity makes it do more damage or more speed. Remember, I'm not a gun guy, but just quite mad, I guess. Harmed energy, no reason to use it. Sanguine ring exists. Simple. Still, though, I'm not gonna put the seed there, I'm gonna put B there. Still, not that bad. Never mind, actually. But you can just use unharmed energy. Unharmed energy is kind of better if you want like a lesser version of the damage. If you're gonna do a min-max build, you would use Sanguine Ring, not harmed energy. Okay, hard boiled shell. Unpopular opinion, underrated. You take damage with this, like tank powder or not. You use the ability, you're gonna deal more damage. It's like some sort of like damage buff, but I don't know the exact amount. Obviously, it depends on how much damage you've taken. And it gives regen. If you pair this with like Malady Middle, which we'll get to later, that damage buff is like comparable to like the amount Sanguine Ring could do, I'm pretty sure, which is honestly quite insane for an accessory where nobody even uses it. I want to put it A tier. Is it A tier? It also does damage when you use it. It puts them on fire as well. Okay, yeah. There's a lot of capabilities for it. Okay, Highway Clock is really interesting. The most interesting accessory I'll talk about right now. Now, what it does is, you throw a spear. Cool. You have to center a build around this. You don't use a weapon with this build. You know what I'm trying to say. You'd use something like Clever Tome with it. Because, obviously, your main DPS is going to be Highway Cloak. You would use Dissonant, Mana Distance with this to do the most damage, because you're going to use a lot of them. And, honestly, it doesn't do that bad damage. Against a skeleton it's really good. Against Kata, probably really good as well, because it's light element. Only problem is you can't put a gem on it, so you can't really make builds too good around it. So you basically just have like one Highway Cloak build and then that's it. So, the more I think about it, it's kind of bad, but the gimmick enough is to could put it in the A tier. But is it A tier? Or is it B tier? I'm looking what I'm putting above. I'd put it above. I'd put it above all that. Because it just has a lot of versatility. You could still use it in a build, like any other mage build, and it's good damage. Hot Plate Sprays is confusing why you'd use it. Get a bigger parry window for one class of weapon, which is spears. Spears are pretty good. Trident, Prism Lance are the best two, and then you got like a few other ones, I guess. Is it good though? Because think about it like this. A bigger parry window does nothing if you can always parry with the base window. That is enough to put it right next to the Delicate Egg. Right there. Ice Pendant. Why would you ever use this? This basically just makes it that you take well like 75% less damage from ice or frostburn or something like that. No need to use this. Oh, but if I put Band-Aid in C tier, there isn't even any bosses that give frostburn. Not even any of the ice bosses give it, I don't think. You know, if they do it all, I guess I'll put the C tier. Idle Solitude's just a better eggshell. I can't put it anywhere higher than B tier though, because it's just tank builds. So, same with Illustrious Charm, tank builds. Okay, Iron Fist. I think it's 20% or no, 40% more damage with this, but 20% less swing speed. all you need to use is obviously like light gem or something, and you erase that, or some other build where you can attack quicker, like using martial kata and anima fang, and then just 40% more damage with fists, which is huge. I don't want to put the S tier though. Never mind, put the S tier. It's actually really good in like every fist build. Ivory Anklet, I've only ever seen this in Mr. Moonlight's movement build. Like, where else would anyone use this? Just put the F tier, another movement accessory. I want Kai Wraps to be good, because if, no, 25% less cooldown or something like that, or no, you get it back. I don't remember exactly, it's something to do with the heavy cooldown. It's really good with the blue flames, you can just spam the heavy. But Kaifa's heavy attack isn't even that good, you use it like at the end of a combo, you wouldn't spam it. But to be fair, you could make a really good build to spam that. I'll put the A tier just to be safe. Kai Bless on the other hand is kind of useless. You basically deal no damage when you use it, but you get to avoid a few attacks. Yeah, again, like any other accessory where you avoid attacks, like the black belt, just don't get hit. C tier. Keen Lens is actually really good in any dodge build. You dodge the attack by rolling, and then pink crit guaranteed, I'm pretty sure, or something like that. I don't know if it's a guaranteed pink crit or a guaranteed crit. I think it's a guaranteed crit, not a pink crit. However, if you do get a pink crit off with like a crit build with this, the amount of damage you'll deal is insane. That's enough to put an A tier, I'd say. Now, the Keras Charm turns Cod Kendall's heavy attack into a grab, which doesn't seem like much. Obviously, it's just a grab compared to the big kick, I'm pretty sure it is, so I don't use Cod Kendall much. However, this grab, if the wiki is right, does like 90 or 115% more damage than the regular one if you're at max stacks with focus, which is actually a lot more than the lower one. I don't know if you know that 90% is a lot more than 0%, because obviously 0% is going to be the base. So just going off that wiki, I'm going to put it at top of it, B, because I don't do Cod Kendall builds. So. Okay, Kendo beads are just used in every Cod Kendo build, everybody can admit that. I just have to put them in S tier. You parry, you deal more damage, simple as that. Why would you ever not want to use it in Cod Kendo build? Night Talisman is honestly one of the accessories I loved at the start. I loved using this thing, but now stats fight builds are becoming more prone with stuff like Copper Gauntlet, where you need mana. This thing is just redundant now. The damage buff is nice, 25% of start, then 15 I think, or 10. It's good, but just use a stats fight build, man, if you're going to go melee. You don't need this. Still good for it. It was good for its time before stats fight builds. I'll give it that. B tier. Lucky Quiver just gives more crit chance to arrows, I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't know if it's 25%. I would actually need to check it. But if it's just crit chance alone, it goes B tier, because it can help. It's not as good as Bear Clover for builds with arrows, because it doesn't give as much dexterity. I know that for a fact. But that crit chance alone could still make it really good. Never use Colas Charm once, I just want to say that. And what it does is, it makes you meditate, and you get, like, basically 2 focus gain for like 90 seconds. That's what the wiki said. And there's some other thing where, like, if you've already got clarity, it's like 50%, yap. I don't know what that does. I don't use Cod Kendall accessories. I'm not the first one to say that. However, it doesn't seem that good, because I've not seen it in a single Cod Kendall build. So to be safe, I'm just putting in B tier. Melody Meadow, I have my opinions on. I'm going to be making a video, I'm pretty sure Sunday, about this accessory, some combos with it. And if you want to know the quick rundown, this thing is broken. Yes, the bad effects are going to be basically doubled on you. Not doubled, have one more level. But any good effect, we're talking rally, we're talking egg rage with the hard-boiled egg, we're talking not Night Talisman. Doesn't work with Night Talisman, but like most of the armor buffs, like Sunbreaker, stuff like that, it works with, which is really good. This thing goes S tier because I know that there's some disgusting combo with it I've not found yet. Okay, hello everybody, I am back. I accidentally refreshed the tab and everything reset, and I couldn't find the correct images in the right order to put them on the list. So I had to recreate the list to the best of my abilities from what I remember, and most of these are in a different order. However, it's fine, I'm just start from where I think I left off. Well, I mean, obviously it's reverse because I imported them in reverse, it's fine. Still, all the same accessories will be on the list, and I'm pretty sure, basically I remembered where most of them were. Anyways, the Royal Amulet is a quite mid accessory. I'm pretty sure it used to give like the same stats as Brilliant Cape until it gave 50 health. I don't remember if no, I think it always gave 50 health, I don't know. But 50 health is a tank build thing, and I don't like tank builds. And it doesn't have much capabilities, it's just more health really. So, C tier. The Sneaky Bandana is quite literally cosmetic. It does nothing else. In fact, no, it gives no, it actually does. I thought it was just the vanity. No, it gives like detection risk, I think. Like less detection risk. That was good when it, I don't think it was an accessory when you could have 100% detection, minus 100% detection risk, and then you couldn't get detected. I don't know if it was an accessory then, I don't think it was. But honestly, it's kinda bad. Sea Breeze Amulet is an essential while fishing, making you less detectable, and the more enemies nearby, the more you fish up or something, and that's just basically how I looked at it. It just also makes it, with Repugnant Lure, which we'll get in a minute, you fish up more enemies, so you keep fishing them up. You have a higher chance to fish up. They help each other. However, in any other build except fishing, they're both together, I'd say, quite mid. The Winter Scarf just helps you against Frostburn, if I'm correct. Basically, similar to Ice Pendant. Or it gives some other buff. I really don't know, but I've not seen this thing being used once in a single build. And honestly, I think it's C tier unless it has some practical application. Nothing. Trench coat. Trench coat is another accessory. Well, yeah. The trench coat is right here, and it is a vanity item. Well, I can't really do much with it. In fact, you know, I'll put that on 1 for its style points. It looks cool. The lantern goes S tier, no questions asked. Yes, vanity. However, the applications with this, the light, is actually insane. The light this thing gives, well, it's not the best light, but it helps. The delicate bowstring, in my opinion, is pretty mid. All it does is make it when you're done charging, you automatically release the arrow. That's pretty good on stuff like a crossbow build where you spam it. Pretty good. However, usually, if you're charging up a shot on something like a Blizzard Great Bow, which is probably the best bow, you're not going to want to release it instantly. But, well, no, you know what I'm saying. You don't want to release it instantly, you want to save it, usually. Like, even that few seconds you can save it. But with this, you don't get a choice when you shoot the arrow. It just automatically shoots it for you. I know, quite a lot I just said there, and probably half of it didn't make sense, but honestly, this accessory isn't that good unless it's a crossbow. The Blue Needle Talisman is an accessory where it has only one use case if you think about it, which is Ice Stack Akiba builds, of course. For that, it's really good, of course. It's the entire reason it exists. However, out of that, it doesn't do anything. I know, shocker. However, Ice Stack Akiba builds are really good. I'll put it A tier, so it makes an Akiba a really good whip. I think Red Needle's still better, but we'll get into that later. Wooden Castus, wooden, say, whatever you want to call it, just gives you more crit on your fists, if I'm correct. I don't remember if it's 10 or 20 or 15, it's one of those numbers, but more crit chance is good. I wouldn't say it's as good as Combo Glove, Cruel Castus, Iron Fist, in and out. Is it A tier though? I'd say it's B tier. The Yellow Aglet, I can't even think what this does. Does it? I think it gives speed boost upon dodge and attack with roll, and also gives you more max speed. If that's the case, this accessory is kinda bad. Early game, you don't need this, because also early game you're gonna try and learn how to parry, you don't need this. I'll put it C tier, because it's not that bad, but just don't use this. The Weak Armor Wax is an accessory which I've not used like at all in any builds, because it's more of like a min-max type thing, I'm pretty sure, where you get all your armor's gone, like all your defense points are gone, but they get converted into like swiftness basically, or attack speed. I don't know much about this accessory, so I don't use it. However, I can tell you this much. I have been destroyed with this thing in PvP, so it has to be at least usable for people to use rot builds with this in PvP. In actual builds though, is it good? You tell me. I don't want to put it in B tier though, so I'm just putting everything I don't know in B tier that I don't use. Unpopular opinion, the Wicker Reef kinda sucks. I don't care what you say. The Wicker Reef only works with volatile oil, and then while you have volatile oil on, you may as well have Flame Amulet on, and when you have all that on, you may as well have the Mini Squid on. That's 4 accessories gone, just for that. And at that point, just commit to Red Needle Talisman, and boom, you've got a Mr. Moonlight build. You don't need this, because all it does is it gives extra fire levels if you have fire on you, something like that. It doubles it. Doubles your fire levels, but then doubles the one you give out. Something like that. Kinda bad. I don't like these fire accessories. I've already said this before. I don't like them. I just personally don't like fire builds. Even though the first build I ever used was Mr. Moonlight's Fire Nagaki one. So, Warrior Emblem is what you use when you don't have the Diamond Ring. It gives 2 base damage, which can be multiplied by anything. However, good trade-off, 10% less heavy attack cooldown, which doesn't seem like much because it isn't much. The difference is barely noticeable. You can't notice it. However, in your mind, you think that it's shorter, so you think it's better. And on builds where you don't need Diamond Ring, but you kind of need that heavy attack, like if you want to use a heavy attack for a build, like if I'm thinking here, Blood Twin maybe, like where if you spam the heavy attack in a Blood Twin build, you would think you'd use this over a Diamond Ring, but is that heavy attack, 10% less cooldown. If I'm yapping here, just get it put in A tier, it's kinda good. Volatile oil, I have my opinions on this, and I will not state much else other than you need this accessory. This accessory is useless without at least one accessory, and then on top of that you may as well use the rest, or instead that's with a Wicker Reef. So I will put it in B tier. That's only because the build potential of it's pretty good. Viper Fang goes S tier. I don't have to elaborate on this. 15% extra pierce is insane. Not in the end game, but in the early game. If you are playing Pilgrammed and you need a good accessory to start off with, this is it. The Vision Goggles are an accessory where you craft them in the observatory, put them on your character in the vanity, because you think they give you more vision. I think they patched that or something, or they removed that. I don't know if they still do. I'd still keep them on. They're part of my brand now. I have them on my avatar. But other than that, I think they give 3 seconds of 20% crit chance after you dodge an attack. This pairs well with the Keen Lens, which I already ranked this. I don't know why it's here. I'm going to put that back up in A tier. Pretty sure that's where it was. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Pairs well with that, because you can get pink crits if you use this. High chance to get pink crits. So, put up there with it. Another one, which got messed up and is down here, is these 3, which you can immediately see. Lucky Quiver, I'm pretty sure, was here. Careless Charm was here. In fact, Lucky Quiver might be down. Nah. Coalesce Charm, that be said, is here as well. And for anyone wondering, I am recording this before I'm editing, and I cannot be bothered checking the footage to see where I put everything. So, cry about it if you want. I'm not checking that. Okay, now, the Warrior Brace is a really underrated accessory. You parry, the next attack swings 25% faster. Really big swing speed bonus, but for one attack, that's the only problem. The thing is, it's not that bad if you use it on like a build where you parry and then do a big heavy attack on like something like Megaton Maw. But then you realise you can't use Titan Brace if you use this, and Titan Brace is on basically every heavy weapon build that isn't status effect. So, in fact, wait, what did I just say there? Why would you use status effects on a heavy weapon build? So Titan Brace is basically on every heavy weapon build. So Warrior Brace kinda gets outclassed. Still though, good accessory, gets pushed down by its bigger brother though. The Vim Kit I have never used. I don't think anyone's ever used this. Just crafted it to check another one off the list. You convert health to mana. This is basically the, I'm pretty sure, Mana Flux? I think it's one of these. Mana Flint, I'm pretty sure, is, which does the exact same thing, where if you don't have enough health, don't have enough mana, it uses your health. You don't need this. Just put on like Nazar at this point to get that extra mana like usage down 10%. Just pretty bad. Venom Bullets go to A tier. They kind of pair with Caustic Fang. You can only do, the only way you can use Caustic Fang is with Venom Bullets unless you're using Creepy Claw or any of like the Sweet Berry weapons. So really carries Caustic Fang for gun builds. Unharmed Energy. Honestly, unpopular opinion, this accessory sucks. Why would you want to do more damage at full health? Most builds, you're going to use Sanguine Ring, and then you're going to be at low health, so you don't need this. Even like, seeing my really good Prime Brand builds, I use Sanguine Ring over Unharmed Energy. It's just that good. Nah, I'm kidding, it's S tier. It's not even a competition. Titan Brace, talked about this earlier. Just gives you piercing and super armor with heavy weapons. Why would you not use this? S tier. Now, the Pilgrim community doesn't want you to know that the Thorn Ring is really good in any challenge run where you're limited to using a certain amount of weapons, struggling in our early game. This accessory carries. It hard carries. Like if you're fighting Kata, Prism Troll, probably not Kata. I mean, in my spear run, this thing carried against Prism Troll because it doesn't do a lot of damage, but the like chip damage can be enough to put a good dent in the boss you're fighting. So it gains my respect even though it's a good accessory. So B tier. Thief Pendant, I'm pretty sure this makes it when you get damaged, it spawns mini thieves. You can't even put gems on these mini thieves, I don't think, unless you can, which would be really cool. But if that's not the case, you don't need this in any Summoner build, any early game build. You don't need this. I'd rather have Thorn Ring than this. C tier. Thief King Cloak I want to put B tier, because first things first, you can make builds with this thing with the Thief King Crown, if I'm correct, where it makes it kind of better basically. Just makes it shorter, but has a lesser cooldown. And it carries early game with like that little chip damage you can use if you spam it. And everyone has a soft spot in their heart for a success rate. Okay. Swarm Ring is basically the Mondo Ring equivalent of, okay, you know what I'm trying to say. The Swarm Ring is another Mondo Ring type accessory where you only use it if you're doing a specific thing, and you don't use it in any build for like practicality. The Swarm Ring makes it more enemies can spawn in an area. That's it. It like increases spawn capacity. This is only good, I think, when you're farming like McCreeps maybe, but saying more McCreeps can spawn. But they made it like so ludicrously high, like chance to get like Coffin Lock and Coffin Out from McCreeps. It's like a 10% now, which is a lot higher than it used to be. It used to be like 2%. If you remember the grind for that. Now you don't need this. I don't think any other time you ever need this, but it has its uses, so C tier. I want to put Fifi earrings higher than D tier, but they make the wooden dagger better, which is probably worse than the old sword. It does less damage than old sword, but swings a little bit faster. You don't use the wooden dagger. Hate to break it to you. I don't care about its extra crit chance. It sucks. Summon Flint goes S tier. No, S tier. I really like this thing. 1 extra summon slot carries every summoner build. You have to use this. No reason not to use it. Storm Boots go B tier. I don't have a reason to put them there, but the dash does cost mana, I guess, which may bump it down, but they're just cool. It's just flash step basically. I like them. Strike Bracelet, C tier. Not much to talk about. You deal more damage in your first hit, and then it doesn't do anything. May as well put planning on and take it off mid-fight. Okay, let's be honest. Does anybody know what Sun Medallion does? If you responded with an answer to that, you looked on the wiki, or you're lying to yourself and it's wrong. I don't even know what this does, and it scares me that this accessory's in the game and no one's made a build for it. If I'm correct, it's something to do with if you go under like 30% health, you get like a regen buff or a speed buff or something. It's something to do with like 30%, that's all I know. And I can't be bothered checking up on the wiki for it, because it just seems like a boring accessory. C tier. Spark Scale is meta right now. This thing is really good. This tier list isn't really meant to be the meta. I mean, I guess you could take it as that. All these accessories are good. All these ones are pretty good. These ones are ones which I don't know. These ones are not that useful, and these ones you should never use. But I guess you could count this as a meta. And, well, these 3 accessories right here, Copper Gauntlet, Corroded Scalpel, Spark Scale, are the meta. Okay. And I'm pretty sure this is where I left off last time in the previous recording, and I didn't get to do Mana Bullets because obviously I reset on accident. But Mana Bullets, really cool. I can't be bothered ever using them because I don't make gun builds, but I know that they work with Mana Dissonance and Harmonizer, so I get extra little points for that in my book. They also scale with mana, which means if you use Mushroom Cap, the damage buff on that's going to be really insane. I don't want to put them B tier, so yeah, put them A tier, really good. Sniper Scope goes A tier, not much to say about it, just makes guns better, that just sums it up. Gives you more range, more velocity and pressure, higher crit chance, and it was either Sniper Scope or outlaw glasses, which used to give 10% crit chance. I think it was outlaw glasses, but I remember this one having higher crit chance. Sniper lens is just a worse version of sniper scope. I think it gives more range, but like the velocity that sniper scope I think gives just makes it a bit better. Ranger emblem, useful in basically every ranger, or same ranger, ranged build. I'm pretty sure it doesn't work on staffs, of course, but it works on bows and works on guns, so really good. Silver bullets do more damage to undead enemies, unless you're doing some like min-max kata killing machine. You don't need this, so. Actually, I was gonna put the B tier, but it's only used on a few enemies in the game. In fact, quite a lot. A lot of enemies are undead, or dark, or venom. Is it B tier though? Nah. Mana Feather used to be underrated until they nerfed it for no reason when nobody even used it. Maybe a few people used it in PvP or something, but basically it used to give all your mana back when you dodge an attack. Now it only gives 50%. Still really good, but man, this thing used to be good. I'd say it's still really good though, because you basically get all your mana back, and if you have like 100 intelligence, then you're gonna get a lot of mana back to bam. Silent Powder, only used on like a few builds where you use it with like Strike Bracelet and do some like min-max type build where you sneak attack with guns or something, but like no one's sneak attacking with guns on bosses. Okay, I don't know what to say about shock bullets. Do people use these? Is there shock gun builds? I've never seen one. They would work with Spark Scale, I'd hope, but why would you do a shock build on a gun when you can just do a venom build and get piercing? You just get more damage from the pierce compared to the shock. I don't want to say it's bad, because it probably has a lot of potential with other accessories. I don't want to put B tier, I'll put A tier just because wait, no. Venom gem or shock gem, what would I want in a game more? Just making that up. Did I put the B tier? Or A tier? B tier. Top of B tier. I wasn't really doing that, but I'll do a little exception for that. Shiverstone is like fiery stone. Worst version of Freeze Flame Gauntlet. Simple. Shark Tooth, amazing. More pierce, more crit. Really good. Kendo Beads, I already talked about. So, Kendo Beads are going back up to... Actually, A tier, I'd say it's A tier. I don't know if I put them in A tier. I think I put them in B tier, but they're really good. Yeah, these just go. Accessories, and no, I didn't do Scurry Boots, but they're basically the exact same as how these, but cooler. They have better applications. I'll put them a bit higher. Scrounger gloves are only used in Codken. No, not Codken, though. Rockwind Doe builds. Same with Sacred Stone. I'll rank these at the same time, I guess. Now, opposites for the reason that gives mana, uses mana constantly. Like, you need these for Fizz, which is Rock Window. Now, based on that fact, you need them for every Rock Window build, both of these. They can both go A tier, because Rock Window builds are really underrated. Scrap Shield. Yeah, I'm just lost for words, this thing, what? It just does nothing. It just makes you move a bit faster while holding block. Maybe something to do with parrying. They should make it when you parry, you inflict bleed or something. That'd be cool. Now that would still be kind of useless, but better than none. Sanguine Ring, SDR. I already know that this build, like, oh, not this build, this accessory is used in so many min-max builds. Take damage, you use it with, I don't know, with a keen lens, you dodge an attack, boom, they're dead. I still don't really want to make builds with this, I've tried, but I don't like to play Pilgrammed when I can get literally sneezed on and die. Okay. Run their boots, the rest of the movement accessories down there. Sampled antenna, really good. I like the fact that crit builds can have these kind of like modifiers to them, if that makes sense, where you can have speed crit builds, heavy crit builds where you do like a lot of damage. Personally, I like sampled antenna for being like really fast in crit builds, but I just like seeing the swiftness of it. Rusty Spoon, I feel like you want to use this in a bleed build, but you just run out of accessory slots. It's not good. It makes your bleed do more damage. The thing is, bleed is mainly used in the scrap weapon builds or with royal antenna. Now, when you look at it like that, scrap weapon builds, at least the ones I use, are stats effect builds. Basically, bleeds and stats effect builds. So, why waste a spot on an accessory which makes you deal more damage with the effects? Stats effect builds rely on Corroded Scalpel, not the stats effects themselves. So, kind of mid. Oh, I used to glaze Rubber Band, man. This thing is good. 10% damage, like, is good. And no, not bad, doesn't even make a difference on stuff like spears or really anything. But you kind of realise that builds don't just rely on straight damage accessories. Like, you put them together to make it work, not just Diamond Ring, Unharmed Energy, Rubber Band, Fragile Whetstone, and Shark Tooth Necklace all in a build. You just deal damage, so that's when it works. You need to use it. Like, I'm yapping here, but it's a good accessory, others are better. A tier. Ruby Pendant, Lava deals less damage or something like that. Kinda bad. Royal Antenna is actually pretty good. It's the only way you can deal bleed on weapons that don't inflict bleed, of course. So, like, the only weapons that can give bleed is the scrap weapons, the Blood Twin, and some other ones, Prism Lance, stuff like that. And on any other weapon, it's actually pretty good. Like, you need it for the bleed builds that use stuff like Draining Stick, use stuff like Corroded Scalpel, and all that. Overall, actually really good. Red Aglet is basically Keen Lens, and it is just Keen Lens if you think about it. You dodge an attack, your next attack deals more damage. Basically what Keen Lens does with the crit thing. So, I mean, it goes A tier with it. All these accessories are basically the same. Ritual Crescent. I don't know what to say about this thing. It's just really good. It's just makes the Haunted Scythe the weapon it is. Like, I don't think anyone's made the Haunted Scythe build that doesn't have Ritual Crescent. It just makes the heavy attack so much better. Like, S tier, easy. Same with Red Needle, makes the Nagakiba really good. I don't care that I slandered Wicker Reef and Volatile Oil for being bad. I guess, yeah, the more fire like levels on you, the more damage the heavy does, but I don't care. I'm not putting all of that into one build just for it to still be outclassed by like some sort of Prism Lance build. Still really good though, this accessory. But now that I think about it, these are basically equal A tier. Pro rank, I would put this in B tier if it worked in PvP. I tried it in PvP, it doesn't work. I don't like it. C tier. Power glove, I may as well just grab, where is it? Did I not have? I'm missing an accessory from the list. Wait, hold on. I don't have the pushy glove on this list. Why is the pushy glove not here? I might be missing a few more actually, because I remember seeing 165 here. Okay, pushy glove would be great with this. C tier. Only good in one build, which is my Prism Staff one. If there's any accessories I'm missing, just tell me in the comments and I'll reply to them. Tell you what I'd put them, and then heart it or something. Because I'm pretty sure I'm missing a few more, so. Pistol pop pellets go in A tier, easy. Any gun build you want, Sundowners, probably not Coffin Lock, I wouldn't really use it on Coffin Lock, but Sundowners, this accessory makes Sundowners really good. Because, I mean, I don't know why they work, but they work. Pirate earrings go in A tier. Not as good as challenge medal, but still really good for farming. Payback brace. I thought that this was what warrior brace was, however, actually, got it mixed up. This one is the one which actually is really underrated. You parry, heavy attack cooldown reduced by 25%. Insane actually if you think about it. If you're doing, like, I was gonna say if you're doing cat second phase does it spin, you get your heavy attack back, but I mean by the time it's finished you get it back anyways. It's good, don't get me wrong, and like Old Fart is really good. But on anything else, it's only a B tier. Does I mean, on a heavy attack, like you usually, heavy attacks I think are longer than heavy weapons, if I'm correct. I don't think they are, they might not be, but Titan Brace is just better, so. Pirate Bracelet, I was going to put in D tier because it's movement, but in C tier because it's funny, I like it. Paramanual, underrated, A tier. It is probably the, top of A tier. It's probably the best accessory to get mana back, better than Mana Feather, because more often than not you're going to parry compared to rolling. These are like the exact same thing, but this one just does better. Power Bracelet is just Titan Brace but worse. I'm pretty sure it just gives 50% piercing, and I don't think these even stack. If I'm correct, they don't stack, which makes it just kinda worse. I don't even use this often. I always would use Titan Brace over it. I'll put it A tier because it's definitely worse than Titan Brace because it doesn't give super armor or whatever it's called. But it still gives I won't put a B tier, but nah, I'll keep it A tier. Piercing bullets are basically Cruel Castus but worse, and for guns. Less pierce, I think if I'm correct, like at 50% pierces, and they're on guns. You don't really need this because just use like any other accessory on guns, like Venom Bullet, Caustic Fang. You don't need these. B tier. Put it B tier. Power Locket goes B. I was gonna say B tier instantly, but it can be used in a lot of COD Kendo builds, and it's really cool in those COD Kendo builds. Top 8, not A tier, B tier. Basically, you parry, you get an 8% stack apparently. However, when I use it, it's only 5% stack and only goes up to 40% extra damage compared to 68. I don't know, 64 I mean. So, they kinda lied, but correct me if I'm wrong if it actually does do the intended amount, but that's when I used it with the Snow Wanderer set, so. Nerd glasses, don't even need to say anything. Every mage build needs these, just do more damage. It's basically a better version of the Bear Clover but for mage. Overflow Scalpel. Stats effects last 1 second longer, so basically all of these things down here, if I can find them, yeah, Copper Ring, Crab Spawn, stuff like that. But you also get mana for, I think, each effect on enemy. That's cool. You don't use this in any other... There isn't really many stats affect mage builds the more I think about it. And you don't have like one effect on them at most if it's like frost build. And at most you use parry manual. I've still put it A tier though, it's still a good accessory. Outlaw glasses. I mean, these just give you mana when you crit. They're used on every gun build really. Just put them top A tier. Only thing, I've never used this because I don't use Kendo, but I'm pretty sure it gives you like, you use focus to give yourself like either a damage, swing speed buff. It's similar to Anima Fang, but for Kendo. It's good though. I'm pretty sure it's really good though. I'm not putting a B tier though. It looks good. It looks cool. Nimbus Pendant. If you guess this is a movement one, you're probably right. And I may as well put Quick Powder there. Wait. Quick Powder's for guns, it's not movement. May as well talk about it right now. Quick Powder. Startup time if I'm correct. Cool. Cool. I just put a B tier. Mysterious Charm. Bell off. So hard it needs to be studied. Gave crit chance. I don't know if it used to give crit chance when it gave that 10% damage. It might have. But it used to be used on every build for a good reason. It just gave more damage. Now though, you get a random effect, which can be kinda cool. I don't want to put it A tier. The effect can be good or it could be bad, but also the bad effects can help you if you like have like Rampage on. You kill an enemy when you get a bad effect. And even if you don't get a bad effect like that, you could get slowness, I suppose, or like weakness maybe. I'll put it high B tier. I don't want anyone to complain. How is Mysterious Charm overclouded eyeglass? Yeah, shut up. Monk beads give you more regen when you're standing still or something like that. It's like that one accessory from Terraria, I think. Regen bouts, poo. Mondo ring. No questions asked. Only way to get Mondos manually. Mondos are actually really rare. Like, you don't realise how rare Mondo enemies are, so you need this to get Mondos. Mini Urchin. I want to say it's bad, but I actually think this accessory is good. Hear me out. You parry. They are weak to like stats effects or something. This might be good, but nobody knows it. Nobody uses it. B tier, because someone could, like basically, I'm just putting all the accessories which could be good, but not many people use them. Stuff like Glacial Belt, stuff like Thornring are not that bad. I swear to God, if anybody says that how is Thornring on the same level as Power Locket, like, I mean, Power Locket ain't that good, so Thornring's better. In Azar, I may as well find the Mithril Bracelet. I used to use Mithril Bracelet on like most mage builds, but now you should just use the Nazar. I'm gonna put Nazar in B tier, Mithril Bracelet and C tier because they're the same thing, but you get stats fit resistances from this one, so there's no reason not to use Nazar over Mithril Bracelet now. So Megaton Pendant is a worse version. Titan Brace. So I would put it one below and put it in A tier, but it really isn't that good. Titan Brace is good. Megaton Pendant. Is that, I mean, does it give the pierce, does it? No, it doesn't, it just gives super armor. Nah. I feel like people are getting me mad because people would say like, you get the Megaton Maul and Pendant, so it's just a really OP combo immediately, early game. I'll put A tier, why not? Mini Squid, really good, put the A tier, good on every fire build. Only one where I actually kind of accept it, because all you need to do is take damage and then it does it. Not something like, you take more damage until you die with like Wicker Reef or something. Just the fire damage with Wicker Reef's kinda insane. And you don't even need any other accessories for it to kind of be good. You just need this and big fire gem, and then it could still be good. That's why it's better than like volatile oil. Mana powder, I have yet again never used. It, like status effects, something like that. Cast speed, cooldown. I think it's 3%. It could go up to 30%, so up to 10 status effects. How are you gonna get 10 status effects? Am I like tripping, or is that what it said? Yeah, I guess. C tier. Mana heart. Like, I would put it up here with the rest of them. These are the free mana gain accessories. This one's good, this one's good, this one's horrid. You need to kill enemies to get use out of it. You're never going to use this in a boss. So, C tier. Martial Kata. You need this for, for example, for Anima Thing it works, so it's at least A tier. You do blue flames whenever you crack. Blue flames can also proc other I don't think they proc Frying Pan, no they don't. But they do proc Anima Thing, of course. That's a top of A tier. Now, I have never used Mana Flux, like a lot of other random accessories, but it seems actually quite cool. Basically, you deal damage, and you get stacks of mana regen. Basically, you get potion effects from using this. I can imagine with Malady Medal, this could actually be really cool, if it works with it. It probably would, right? Yeah, I'd say so. But if you get damaged, then they clear, which is kind of bad, and also you get 15% less natural mana regen. Cool and all. I don't want to put B tier though. I've not used it though. B tier. Mana Dissonance, may as well do Harmonizer. These both go. I think Harmonizer is really cool because it gives extra knockback. I like it. And it makes it bigger as well. Okay, Harmonizer goes S tier. And then people are gonna get mad if I say Dissonance is an S tier as well. Because Dissonance is also really good. Yeah, Dissonance also goes S tier. These are both really good. Okay, Nimble Lens makes it that your ranged startup times reduced. Cool. That's cool now. Yeah, mid B tier. Mana Cuff. You take damage, you get mana. Honestly, part of these ones is basically like Mana Heart, but the opposite. Instead of dealing damage, you take damage. That makes sense, but it pairs really well with Blood Chalice, so honestly, A tier, because it is better. Like, no, but Mana Flux is better than Mana Cuff. It's top B tier, you know. I'd say Mana Cuff works really well with Blood Chalice put it there. These two work really well together. But all of that just to be unkillable? Yeah, I don't care. The final one, yes I know, there's not a cursed doll, but that was an accident. I accidentally had 2 screenshots and put it in. But the Mana Flint. Okay. Now, the thing is, the Vim Kit, you can choose when to take your health out for mana. Mana Flint doesn't care, and it takes your health out automatically when you don't have enough. That's not quality of life. That sucks. I would put it C tier with it. I'm not putting B tier, of course. So where am I going to put it? F tier, because I realised that didn't get renamed to F tier. And post production there, so that's cool. Anyways, let me just zoom out. I'll zoom out. There's the final list. For anyone curious, take a screenshot of it. It is official Pilgrammed accessory tier list. If anyone has other opinions, you're wrong. I am right. I don't care that I put the mini squid above the Blood Chalice, and that I put Parry Manual above, I don't know, Weak Armor Wax. I don't care. I am right. You are wrong. Listen to me. Thank you and goodbye.